This honestly might be the most ridiculous video I've ever made, but here we go. The other day I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this photo of the moon. I thought it looked pretty amazing, so I started going through the comments and just to see what was going on. Most of the comments were like, wow, this moon is so pretty, but there was a couple that caught my eye. The ones that mainly grabbed my attention were some people in the comments, who happened to be American, were asking where the flag was. And this is where all the trouble began. Let me be clear. Some of these comments were very clearly joking, but for the sake of the video idea I had, I posted this on TikTok. I genuinely don't think Americans are real people. Someone posted this photo of like the clearest image of the moon we've ever captured. And all the comments are from these Americans that are like, well, where's the flag then? If this was really the moon, we would see the flag. Just give me 1 second. The moon is 3,475 kilometers in diameter. And so in freedom units, that's almost 2,200 miles. The largest American flag ever made is 505 feet wide. So if you made the moon's diameter 21,000 equal chunks, the flag would be one of those. All of that to say, no duh, you can't see the American flag in this photo. Let's use some critical thinking skills for a second. Now, I thought it was pretty obvious that I was joking regarding the Americans not being real, and I was just sort of using it to grab everyone's attention. The main point of the video was explaining the scale of the moon and how you couldn't actually see the flag, just for kind of like a little education thing with like a little bit of humor. Maybe it was too on the nose. Suffice to say, a heated debate has broken out in my TikTok comments. There is literally thousands of comments on the video, which is some of the most on a video with this many views. The comments are essentially all of the world versus the Americans. And by Americans, I mean people from the US of A. Now, this might not seem like a problem, but the reason why it is a problem is because this account, he has 830,000 followers on TikTok, which is 25 times than the amount I have. And he decided to post a video of his own about me.
No, this whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
He states that this photo is not the moon, and that all of the Americans in the comments were 100% joking, which we can agree to disagree on, but I don't really want to get into that because I've been getting into that a lot recently. And here are a couple clips from his TikTok.
Oh, we're definitely real. The photo behind you isn't though, and that is definitely not the Earth's moon. That's the joke. It's not really the moon. You actually thought that was the moon?
So the reason I bring all this up, he has 830,000 followers, which I did say. His avatar is a Roblox character. Naturally, many of his followers are children who have just been non-stop commenting on my posts, harassing me and my followers, and fueling the war and my engagement, which, don't get me wrong, not a bad thing at all. I can handle harassment from 12-year-olds. I then decided to post a follow-up video. And again, just gonna show the key parts of the video. It was a little lengthy of a video, but there was so much I had to talk about. And I basically just defend my position and apologize to the Americans who I may have offended. I understand that this moon doesn't look like the moon you show in the pictures. However, this new updated image is composed of 20,000 images taken by a Kurdish astrophotographer, Darya Kawa Mirza. But he specifies that he didn't use AI on these photos at all, and it is purely just editing and overlaying these photos together. I will agree, some of the people commenting on this video are joking, but it's not because the moon's not real. It's because it's so far away to see the flag that the first people to comment on this video, I'm pretty sure were being serious. They're from Texas and other parts of America, and let's just say they fit the bill. Number 4, this giant blue spot on the moon. He mentions that it would have to be a lake the size of Lake Superior, and I agree. This is definitely not a lake. This is probably the result of overlaying the literal thousands of photos, and each time the saturation increasing, and it's really bringing out the titanium dioxide in the moon's soil. To summarize, I think his video was more of just a reaction to me saying Americans aren't real, and if I did offend some Americans, I truly am sorry. I just wanted to make a funny video about people who don't grasp the moon's scale. They just happen to be Americans in the comments. To summarize, I think I very clearly confirmed that that photo is indeed the moon. But BloxCast himself would definitely disagree. He made another video about me and says that this is 100% not the moon.
This is 100% not the moon.
Because he knows everything there is to know about the moon.
I know every crater, every little hill on that thing.
And that the original photographer said this is the second moon, which is completely untrue. Basically, this just encouraged more comments from his child army. Just a really quick, brief aside note. He talks about this moon farming stuff.
Remember, you're talking about a guy whose major political position is getting up there ASAP and mining it, establishing a lunar base and an American presence.
And I think this is what made me realize I was sort of arguing with not a lunatic, but just like somebody who was never gonna come to this agreement with me. And so I realized that I had to wrap up this argument between myself and Mr. Roblox really fast. Back to my point. I'm not bothered by 12-year-olds saying BloxCast cooked you and saying that I'm an idiot. That's like 90% of the life of while you're streaming. They're just harassing my followers for no reason, who are just like, you know, just having a good time. And they cannot recognize they're wrong. I know I just said this, but it's like the most fruitless argument you will ever have in your entire life is arguing with a child on the internet. And I might as well be trying to ram my head through a brick wall. Like, it's pointless. There's no reason for this to be happening. And so I made one final video, just really quick video to summarize why this is indeed the moon. And I promised myself it would be my last one on the argument.
This is 100% not the moon.
We're really doing another one after last one? Okay, let's get into it. Here's 3 images of the moon. One coming from the lunar orbiter around the moon, which guess what it does? It orbits the moon, and it takes pictures of it. So let's take a quick look. You'll notice here, 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 and here are all identical. It's funny how that works, huh? For a fake photo of the moon? Let's think that one through for a sec. Here's all 3 photos in black and white. I guarantee you can't really tell the difference. Now for his other point, where he said the original photographer of the photo said it's the second moon, he didn't. If you read the post, he says why it's incredibly hard to photograph, not to mention why would the Earth's second moon, which is literally a rock orbiting the Earth briefly, look almost identical to the moon. This rock that was considered the second moon by news was 33 feet, almost like the size of a school bus, basically. Not to mention, if you read the actual photographer's comments, he says that this is not the second moon, and it's just the moon. He posts it in moon collages. I don't know how much more explicit this guy can be. Following the posting of this video, it's had very little negative feedback, just a couple comments from like residual BloxCast guys. BloxCast himself has not made a response to this video, so I really hope this matter is resolved. The reason why I'm making this video is I just wanted you guys on YouTube to know what's going on TikTok if you don't have it. I never thought I'd be in moon drama. And yeah, I never thought I would be in this online argument about something regarding the moon. I thought it would have been something I've said taken out of context, because I've said some dumb shit before. Unfortunately, I'm going to extort the child. Life loves throwing curveballs at you, so I'll take it. I guess my TikTok is kind of blowing up because of it, like a little bit. I don't really know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this insane debate over literally the dumbest thing. This is officially my last video about the moon for a very long time. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. I hope you guys kind of are somewhat happy I explained the whole situation. If not, I'm sorry. I truly am. But if you are, yay! And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace. Thank you.
A message from the Government of Canada.